thus it begins. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be pretty quiet today's stream. I just don't feel like talking a lot. Just going to stream. I do feel like flying around, that's for sure. I even have an idea what I want to do, what I want to accomplish today. Like what the random mission of the day shall be. By the way, welcome to the stream. I've got my Diet Coke. Don't ask. I mean, ask. It's just Diet Coke. What's the big deal? What questions could there be? Hi, what do you need, Rory? I'm reading your comments. Blue Bluetooth controller. I don't know how much I'll be able to help you. You know what I mean? Barely can I help myself. But you know, hey, welcome to the stream anyway. Hope you're enjoying yourself. I don't know, what time is it in South Africa now? Because now it changed. Spring forward, fall 1 hour back. So I guess it's 12. It's an hour later that I'm streaming because I'm trying to do it at the regular time. Yeah, counts your file further, but I have not even started today. It says 9:45. What you? My advice is oof. Well, what am I supposed to do? Hey, man, that is literally not my problem. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can't. You know, you're gonna have to dig deep inside and look at. I don't really understand this. I don't know your situation. You know, it's been a long time since I've been a student. I remember I certainly used to leave a lot of studying towards the last minute, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because you go into the test fresh with the information. You know, but it's certainly stressful to have waited to the last minute to study. I guess, you know, that's the theory. But yeah, I would say don't watch my stream, you know, and do and study. I guess, you know, is that what I'm supposed to say? I don't, you know, it's really up to you. That's the other thing. I don't like to tell people what to do, and it's not really helpful to ask somebody else what should I do, you know, because we're not in your, we can't really walk in your shoes. All right. So, but think about that. But if you have any more questions, if you have any more questions that are less, how can I put it, life advice related, you know, like how do I get a particular plane started, or where should I go? All right. So the thing I was thinking of earlier today that might be fun is this is a classic. We're gonna fly the 707 under the St. Louis Arch. It's gotta be fun. I'm sure everyone's done it. I might be the last person to do it. Oh, what's the weather out there? St. Louis, Dallas, Kansas City, St. Louis. It might be a little cloudy, but we should be fine. So there's the arch is right there. We could take out from Lambert Field or that little runway. We said the downtown one, but we're going to be taking off in a big plane. So we're going to need. Let's take off at this one. I don't think I've ever. It's called the Spirit of St. Louis Airport. All right, so it's not going to be an F-16, but well, sure. That was so helpful. That was really unhelpful, but you're welcome anyway. All right, we're gonna try. This is just my fun thing. Last time I started up the Boeing 747, it did not go well. I forgot to turn on my hydraulics. It's basically, look, it's got all these great paint schemes, but it doesn't matter because we're only using the Pan Am one. So we're going to try to get, I'm trying to get more familiar with the startup sequence of we're going to need not a small ramp here. Surely they have something bigger than a small ramp. And we'll be fine then. What time is it? It's 1:40. We may have to adjust the weather because I do want to see, you know, we do like want to see what we're doing here. And we will be flying low through the arch in a big plane. You know, it's got to have some excitement level. And if that doesn't give us some things to do, and also we'll be checking out the city of St. Louis. If that doesn't give us some fun things to do, then we'll have a second mission in a different plane. But it already takes like minutes to start up a 707. So, you know, cold starting. That's our plan. It's part of the experience here on the old Kench Niner channel. I actually don't fly the big planes very much, the big jetliners. The only reason I fly this one is it's because it's a vintage jetliner, so it's got that vintage feel to it. Anyway, have a good time. Yeah, Rory took off. He's a student in South Africa. He needs to study for a test. But thanks for dropping in. B707 is 525 miles an hour. Blah blah. 337 build. I'm reading the bottom. Okay. Let's take a look. It's a little cloudy, but hopefully the deck is high enough, as we'd like to say, that it's not going to bother us too much. It looks like a fairly high deck there. We're going to be traveling east to St. Louis. This plane is a monster, not just in the fact that it's a big plane and it's extremely detailed, but it takes up a lot of space on the graphics card. It takes up like 8 gig. Clipper Queen in the sky, but of course in the back, you got that Kench Niner. What a plane! All right, let's start turning it on. I completely do not remember how to do half this stuff here. So we probably will have to go back to the checklist. Let's see. But for now, when I turn these to start, we're going to eventually need these on start. Okay, master battery is, no, down here. Landing lights, anti-ice. I got to figure out where all these are. What's here? Passenger oxygen. All right, we're going to need the checklist. But actually, you know, the first thing we're going to want to do is turn the APU on, I believe. That's here, right? Is that going to start up? Maybe I haven't turned the master battery on yet. Hold on a second here. Yeah. All right, before starting, battery switch. Where is that? Give me that one here. There we go, battery. All right, check 20 volts, APU master. Now we want to do the APU, which is, so only thing, I only missed that battery. Okay, here's the APU. Yeah, okay, here it's starting to come on. The APU is starting to come on. There we go. So now when it comes to there, we can turn on the generator and the bleed. Very good. We can turn on some lights. All right. Now we have that. Okay, now we got to turn on, route the power from our APU to our various systems. We do that using these two switches here. APU generator. Fuel quantity, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we want the fuel boost pumps. There's 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think these as well. All those lights go out. Engine bleed air is off. It should be off. We don't need anti-ice. There's a bunch of things here we don't really need to be worried too much about. Parking brake on. Okay, so now we're cleared for start. Galley power. Where is that? On INS mode, navigation. Doors are all closed. Beacon lights on, right? Beacon light on. Air conditioning off. That's fine. Duct pressure. That means we're just about ready to start the engines. Let's form. Okay, engine 1 in ground start. So what we got to do is, first we got to open these. First thing, it took me a long time to figure out you could open these 4 things here. Engine 1 starter, ground start. And then we got to make sure, I already put these in start, so that's good. But the question is that engine actually going to start? Number 1 engine there. Oh, it is starting up. I can see something in the gauge at least. Which engine is that? Is it the far left or the far right? I think it's this far left one. Not 100% sure though. Should be some visibility there. All right. Okay. So, okay. I'm checking the checklist here. All right. Engine 1. Engine start. So after the engine 1 start, we put the fuel in idle. Oh, that's not an idle. There we go. So it goes forward. And then engine, the bleed switch. Where is that? Engine 1 bleed. Okay. And then repeat the procedure here. So engine 2, ground start. We can close this here. When it starts up, we put the engine, Let's see, engine number 2. Yes, it is starting up. It'll take a little while. It takes a little while to get all these 4 engines going. Okay, we're going to compress it a little bit here. We're going to go and put this in start. And this one in start too. Yeah, start them all. And meanwhile, let's see, where are we going here? So, and then once these get started up, we put the fuel control in idle. And they're almost there. Engine 2 is almost there. Looking at the RPM is 21% coming up. Alright, so engine 2 goes to idle. I believe we're still starting engine 3 and 4. Or the starter's off. Alright, and then we can put these up here. Alright, so we're one stage closer to getting going, but there's still a lot of buttons we got to turn off. So now we're going to turn off the APU. Alright, first we select our power to one of the generators. We'll kind of distribute that a bit there. Bus tie is fine. And then we're going to turn off turn off the APU off. Turn these off. Let's see. Okay, hydraulic pumps on, like we didn't do last time. I think there's some electrical stuff we have to turn on. Oh, the air conditioning. There's a few things I got to check here. Let's see. These lights, runway turn lights, we don't need. Landing lights, no. That's all good. Oh yeah, we want to turn on the flight recorder. That's why that orange light is there. Let's see, what else do we need to turn on here? I think these are good seatbelt lights. We don't care. Go ahead and smoke. We don't care. Oh yeah, here. Okay, we got these. Amp gauge selector. Everything is good there. Okay. Oh yeah, air conditioning needs to be on for flight. These are all, I think, we don't have to mess with them, from what I can tell. This is the fuel routing, which we're, pretty advanced stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna get our Garmin booted. We're getting there. We're getting real close. Okay, APU is off. Let's see if we can call in the radio here. Spirit ground. We're gonna be heading east to St. Louis, and then we're gonna go through the arch in this big ass plane. That's my plan. Yeah, I might make it a more cheerful day. I don't know. The cloud deck is pretty high, and we're not going very high. We should be okay. But if I start getting into the clouds, I'm just gonna banish them. You know what I mean? All right, taxi clearance.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 left using taxiway Charlie Echo Alpha catch 9er.
All right, there we go. That's what I want to see. All right. Give us a little gas there. Am I getting any nose wheel steering? Right. That's not really working. Alright, I don't think I turned on nose wheel steering. Let me see what I did wrong here. Let's see, before starting... Pneumatic brake is off. Flight instruments, radios, transponder, fuel lever, parking brake on. Is parking brake still on? No. Right? Oh, that might have been the problem. No, actually, I just put that on. So it doesn't really want to steer. But I think I did something wrong here. Let's figure it out. There's definitely a lot of tricky stuff on this plane. Okay, cleared for start. Galley power. INS mode. Doors closed. Beacon on. That should be good. Essential power, right? Bus tie. Engine air compressors. Where are those? Engine air compressors. Do all these have to be open? Where was this here? Oh, what was it looking for? Engine compressors. Engine compressors. What are those? Trying to tell me where it is? Here. Are these on? On. On. Huh. Hydraulics panel check. Oh yeah, we need that. That's the problem there. No hydraulic power to the rudder. That was clearly the issue. Now that we have hydraulic power to the rudder, can steer. It's kind of amazing how these systems are well done in that it's not just random stuff, bad things happening in the plane. It's that I didn't turn some random switch on. Pressurization, lights off, cowlights. I haven't checked all these, but I think we're okay. As long as things like we're not going to deal with ice, so we should be fine. Speed brakes, lever full down, flaps 14. I'm going to double check these. Those are all good. Okay. Where is it sending us? Different runway? Runway that's way over there? Alright, that's fine. At least I do have brakes. Last time we had no hydraulics at all, and I couldn't steer or brake. Or I could steer but not brake. I don't know what was going on there. It's fine. Alright, we're going to fly. Pretty soon we're going to be taking off in this beautiful 707, and we're going to fly through the St. Louis Arch. It'll be worth it. But that was fun just starting it up. But this is a narrow little jetway here. I don't think you put a real large plane on it. That's fine. Okay, that's got to be the end of the runway over there, right? We'll be fine. We got plenty of runway in that direction, though. And then Arch, here we come. We're not going to be, and just in general, we're going to check out St. Louis. I've done it a few times. Oh, does it want us to go all the way down to the other end there? That sure does. That's fine. That's Microsoft Flight Simulator for you. Sometimes it's trying to route us into the wind, which is nice, because that's how they do things in a real airport. You got these windows, lots of windows, a lot of systems there, VHF, co-pilot station there. Oops, I'm kind of drifting off things here. It'll be fine. At least I have full control of things. Like the flaps come down. Yeah, the flaps come down. That's good. Last time I tried to fly this plane, I did not start the hydraulic systems. I was like, well, I'm not braking, so I have to throw the engines into reverse. And that worked. It's a scary thing. Alright, let's slow down here. Hopefully I know we're... Yeah, a little bit too fast. We're good. Perfect. Alright, perfecto. Good enough for government work? Not really. Hello? Can I get takeoff clearance? Clearance gotta be completely stopped. There we go. Alright, so flaps to there. Oh yeah, I gotta adjust the trim. I'm now adjusting my trim. There we go, to that right there. We got wind approved. We're gonna be taking off these. We're gonna fly through that little, oh whatever. I do love this Pan Am though. Such classic. Oh, I was supposed to press the 1, I accidentally pressed the 2. It'll be fine. Yes, 1. I acknowledge. Hit the right button this time. Alright, folks, everyone get into your seats. Back off. We're going to watch the throttles come up to full there as they're full. Watch the engines spool up to power there. Got plenty of runway here. I'm not concerned about too much here. Alright, let's watch our speed. It's coming up. Rotation's around 120 in these planes, I believe. We're at 100. We're at 120. And rotate. That's what it looks like from here. Got gear up. Lamps up. You got a gears door there. Everything's good there. All right, so we've got to make a big turn because, as usual, it took us off for the east. It took us off to the west, the opposite direction of where we want to go. But at least our hydraulic systems are fully functional for a change.
Spirit Tower KENSH 9er frequency change.
It is a little misty. I'm concerned about the weather. I could always fix it. Alright, here's our east departure. Big turn. Probably that would be a turn that exceeds a typical airline pilot's recommendations, but we don't care. Yeah, it's a little too depressing. All right, weather change coming up. We're going to scattered clouds from live weather. How about few clouds? Be better. And so that's what it would look like if it were a nice day. So we can actually see what's going on down there, which I always like doing. All right, let's watch our speed. Too fast. Bring the engines down. There's another little airport here, but shortly we're going to hit the Mississippi. Not hit it literally, but fly over it. Oh, look, a shopping mall. Shopping malls are always so recognizably architected. It's in America. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about what that is. European shopping malls are a little more interesting, I think. Or at least different. They're not all cookie cutters, effectively. There's a bunch of little airports here. All right, so which way is we should be able to see St. Louis on the horizon, I would think. Which way? Let me see if I can see where it is here. I know it's near. Okay, yeah, it's to the right. Okay, that's St. Louis Airport there. This is St. Louis downtown, so it's to the right. Yeah. All right, it's a little bit of a flight. Not much. Alright, flaps are up. Gear is up. Looking at my instruments, everything's in the green. Is there anything I need to worry about there? It's always some little detail. Speed brakes, we're fine. I think I'm getting a little more comfortable with which switches have to be on here. What about these? Cell anti-ice, no. Brake warning test, captain's wipers, flap logic, I'm sure we're fine. No smoking, don't care. Smoke them if you got them. Let's see. Yaw damper. Turn on. Sounds like a good thing to have. Alright, heading to St. Louis. You can see it on the horizon. It's down that way. And we are going to stay under 2,000 feet in this gigantic jetliner because that's the way we roll. It's not, I mean, it's a big jetliner. It's a gigantic. Again, I'm used to flying the small planes. Oh, look at that perfect clover leaf. Nice. Another shopping mall. Try not to hit the ground. I'm checking my trim here so that we can stay kind of at horizontal flight. I love that you can see through the windows. I think they're transparent. You can kind of see the interior of the plane. You should see people like looking out the window, someday. All right, so let's see. St. Louis is coming up. We're gonna come down this way. We're basically gonna fly it like it's a little plane, even though it's not. And we'll go through hopefully we'll be able to go through the arch a couple of times. Golf course? and some outlying town here. This is not St. Louis. St. Louis is off that way. We'll head that way. We'll check out this little town here. What's our speed? We're a little slow. Gives those jet engines a little bit of boost. Very nice. Nice place to have a convention or something. Alright, so the first thing that we see on the outskirts is the St. Louis Zoo. Very famous zoo. I haven't been there, in fact. It was a long time ago. I was in college. Alright, a little more juice. Excuse me. I'm just curious what is visible at the St. Louis View if we were to magically stop the airplane in flight and all use our magical parachutes. So what is that there, though? Okay, there's an art museum. Oh, nice. We're going to check it out. All right. Magical pause button. Everybody use your magical parachutes to exit the plane, please. Magical, I mean you can go up, down, sideways. Or that kind of parachutes. So first, this is the St. Louis Art Museum of Art Museum, something like that. Looks like it's been expanded. It's got basically big gardens in the back. Very nice. But over here, where's the plane? Okay, over here is going to be, see this big parking lot here is for the zoo. And I think it's like mainly like these buildings, like this is part of it. I think it goes back along the way here. Like this is the zoo. The zoo's in here. There's various places you can go. Zoo. There's more zoo. Better stay high up, or it'll start looking fakey. There's this like theater, or, I don't know. Zoo areas. I like it. It's always cool when there's always like little purpose-built buildings. All right, but we haven't flown through the arch yet, and we're getting late for arch time. I mean, the arch isn't going to be there forever. Well, all right, everyone back in the plane. Use your magical parachutes. This is how you want to see a 707 approaching you. All right, we're back in the plane. All right, so there's the zoo. What's that over there? The Forest Park. So this is basically a whole kind of place you might go if you're a tourist to see a park, the museum, the zoo, get that all done. But then you're going to head east. You're going to hit the actual city. Oh, there's a botanical park there, too. What's that? That's a cool building down there. Let's see. Okay. Then there's Lafayette Park. There's the City Museum. We're going to check that out, too. I always like to check out museums. Kind of an industrial area. And you can see the arch. It's on the other side of the city where the water is there. So we can kind of fly through the whole city, hopefully. And then through the arch. And then we'll turn around if we survive. But yeah, basically since 9/11, this is not what you want to see in the real world. Okay, let's see. Okay, the City Museum is there. We're going to try to make this right turn here. I just want to see what the building looks like. I think I'm going to fly around and we'll get another lineup. This is not going to be it. All right, and let's see. Where is the City Museum specifically? Oh, it's this one. The cool thing is looks like there's a building and then like an amusement park or something kind of style thing on the top. I don't know exactly how that works. Oh, and they've got like a plane. You can kind of tell, like city, like as part of like a, I don't know, you can climb over it kind of thing or something. I bet it's like one of those really fun, hands-on kind of museums. The City Museum, St. Louis. All right, yeah, we're not gonna be able to get through the arch from here, but we will be. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Don't worry about that. Oh yeah, and there's the stadium here. The Edward Jones Field there, St. Louis. Is that a okay? And the mighty Mississippi River, and there's the arch. We'll flow through we're gonna fly from this direction. Of course, it's easy to fly through the arch. The hard part is not hitting the buildings on the other side. But what happened? Que sera, sera. All right, we're gonna make a coordinated turn here. Actually, we're gonna have to kind of fly a bit slowly here. We do not stall it out. About as fast as you can turn a 707, honestly. Alright, where's this arch? This famous arch I've heard so much about. We're fine. Okay, this is what it looks like from here. It's not scary at all. You definitely want to do this if you owned your own 707. I think John Travolta did for a long time, right? He traded it in. And I am going to stop time, so don't be shocked if time tends to stop. I don't think I'm the first person to do this in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Alrighty, why am I stopping time? To take a screenshot. Alright, everyone out of the plane so we can take a nice screenshot. And you can see, okay, look, that arch is big. There's plenty of room. You can put the world's biggest plane through there. It's not really a challenge. But hey, still, it's cool. Alright, see if I can get some kind of view. I'm almost too low to really appreciate. Maybe from like there. Maybe from here. Yeah. Alrighty. I can't spend 30 years doing. That's too. I think the plane is too small in the screenshot, unfortunately. But I think I can try making another one here. Uh-oh. Did I just do something bad? Oh, it's fine. Just take a screenshot. Like something more dramatic. The plane kind of big. Alright, I know I'm probably, this is really boring, but I actually use some of these screenshots and all of them. Alright, let's keep it going. Alright, back in the plane. Make time go again. Okay, we gotta worry about these buildings here. Slightly. Ever so slightly. Ah, we're fine. We missed those by at least 10 feet. Alright, so the challenge is to come down that road there. And go through the other side. Okay, can I get rid of that little screen thing here? I need this here. Thank you. I don't need that there. Alright. There it is. Okay, yeah. It's this little street here. This is the hard direction. That was the easy direction. Well, you know. As you can see, it's a big arch. It's not a tiny target. Alright, we're going to do the same thing again where I do this kind of a corrected turn that is kind of scary because it tends to want to put the nose down. Yeah, not too low. Make that turn. That's fine. We'll figure it out. But yeah, without using your rudder, you're not going to turn in one of these things. You're using too much rudder, and you will put the nose into the dirt, which is not what we're trying to do here. Okay, so we're going to come in this way, and then we'll have to make a left turn. Alright, we're basically barely doing this here. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to skim the top of these buildings. I'm not going to try to go in the canyon, which I would in a smaller plane. So, yeah, the building that's closest to the arch, I think, is the City Hall. But normally, yeah, you can get really low into this little canyon right to the right of that building. Uh-oh. Let's see how low I can get over this building here. So there's the, like that's City Hall right there. Cool. Yeah, so that's the baseball. The St. Louis, it's not the Brewer, the St. Louis, I can't remember what the baseball team's name is, but they play there. All right, let's keep going. Right through the arch. Nobody cares. Second time. All right, well, that was fun. All right, so guess what we get to do now? Land and then do something else. Because I think I've exhausted the possibilities. So this is East St. Louis. This is not where you want to get caught, but that's fine. All right, we can actually land, I think, at this little airport here. I think the runway's long enough. St. Louis downtown, it's not super long. Or we could go to the, we could try landing at the actual St. Louis airport. We took off at a different airport, at the Spirit Airport, which is different. I think we could land there. Look, there's like a train depot there. There's St. Louis in the background there. Let's check out this runway here. What is the dealio with the runway? There's one that goes that direction that's kind of short. This one looks like it's pretty long. I bet we could land on this one here. This one right here. And we're going to try. Cheers, everyone, and I hope you're enjoying your Diet Coke supply here. All right, we're going to attempt to land at St. Louis downtown here. So first we're going to parallel the runway here. Paralleling. Heading out, give us some distance here so we can make a nice little... These planes don't turn on a dime, so we're going to have some nice... We got to get some nice distance here. We're going to head out, a couple of minutes here, or a minute or two. We'll make a big sweeping left turn in a second. Of course, this plane is way overloaded for fuel. You would not ever want to land a plane like this with that much fuel. Typically, you want to be at a lighter weight. I'm adjusting the fuel to be more accurate for an end of flight mission. It'll definitely make the plane a lot easier to land. Okay, now we can make this nice left turn here. And after losing that weight, I'm going to put my engines down a bit. It's also much easier to turn. I wouldn't say it turns on a dime, but it turns a lot better. As soon as we make this turn, it's time to start thinking about flaps and gear. And here's the runway. Over Aero Estates. Looks like there's a little dirt field right down there. Alright, so flaps. Let's go 2 positions down on the flaps. You can see the trailing flaps are starting to come down there. We're going to reduce power to the engines so we can establish closer to under 200. Actually, let's put the speed brakes out for a little bit here. Goes at the top of the one there. And then we can bring out the gear. Gear is starting to come down. There it is. That will help in that we can land. Okay, here's the runway. So to our left here. Let's see, 180, 170. We want to keep it above 170, so give it a little more power here. A little more power. There we go. 170 be nice. Thank you. All right. Not a bad. We're a little to the right of the runway. But we should be pretty good. Okay, let's just watch our speeds here. 170. That's not too bad. For approach. 160 is even better. Let's go to full flaps here. Those are some big ass flaps on this plane, which I love that. I mean, they're realistic. That's how they fly these planes at slower speeds. Now we're a little to the left. Another runway. So it looks like from here. It always looks so much steeper from here, and then from here it looks like you're barely even hitting the runway. Okay, make a nice soft landing. Put the reversers on, full reversers. There we go. Engine reversers are on. Brings the plane to a very... Oh. No. up. And here we are. We have arrived at our destination. I hope you enjoyed our short flight. Blah, blah, blah. Flaps are flaps coming up? They are coming up, but slowly. Take a while. Oh, engines. Well, a little bit of choppiness as my computer chugs to try to get all this ground data processed. Okay, there's a little tower over there. Boy, this is a tiny airport. I guess it's really not for big planes. Okay, you know, can handle it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You can see the St. Louis Arch and the St. Louis in the background. It's pretty cool. All right, let's just park it, take a picture, and then we'll do a second mission. It'll be another short mission in some completely different kind of plane in a very different location. Why? I don't know. But at least we did successfully start up the 707. Fly twice through the arch. Didn't crash either time. Including the hard direction. But yeah, you could fly any size airplane. We should get the Zeppelin through there. At some point in time. That would be a screenshot. Let's go over here. And let's stop right here. Right there. Right. Parking brake on. Engines to there. You know, if we were going to do the whole procedure, we'd start up the APU again, shut down the engines, that kind of thing. But we're not going to. All to turn off all these in the other direction. But what we are going to do is... Where are the doors? The doors are like here. Water injection pump. Water injection. I didn't know it had water injection controls. Where is the doors? The doors are around here somewhere. Compass selector. If I remember correctly. Right. Exit. There we go. So that opens that door there. But we're not near. We don't have that jetway nearby. I thought there was like a cargo door too. Maybe not. Warning. Reset. Ground proximity. I wonder if that water injection pump is actually needed. And it's for some takeoffs. Like, you know, there's definitely a bunch of questions. Lighting, starting, a lot of lighting that I don't have them turned on. That'd be the other interesting thing is to turn it to nighttime and then turn on all the lighting and check out how well it works. Fun. All right, well, we're going to do a second mission. Actually, do I want to take another shot? I think I've taken enough pictures of the Pan Am. We're going to go somewhere else entirely. In a much smaller airplane, like maybe the smallest. I want to do like one of the smallest ones that has certain, you know, that has the throttle controls that I can use. You'll see what I mean. Or something like, you know, just something that's limber. Like, well, there's many. I haven't really spent much time in this, and it's a new plane to me. It's a very realistic plane. We probably want to get in the red one, sure. But someplace completely different. Someplace entirely different. Different part of the world entirely. Bright and early morning in this is Brisbane? Wherever the heck this is. Australia. Kingsford. How long is this runway? Perfect. All right. We're going to start up the plane cold. Going to fly a little around Australia. It's just a place like any other that I enjoy flying around. We do a lot of Europe, especially now that in the winter it's lighter. There's a lot more light in the southern hemisphere. It's starting to be summer there. So I actually do a lot more summer hemisphere supply in the winter. It's just one of those things. You know, I'm chasing the good weather, even in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But yeah, I mean, that was fine. First of all, I enjoyed the 707, even though it's a pig. I mean, you know, you really gotta plan when you want to make a U-turn in that thing. All right, this is another one of, and that was a new plane. This is also a new plane to me. I just recently purchased it. All right, so we want to turn the magnetos to both. Master battery on. Let's get over here. Oh, whoops, hold on. The fuel selector to is left. That's fine. Fuel pump, landing light, anti-collision light. Oh, I think there's actually, okay, yeah, does this work? Yeah, mixture to there. And yeah, there's the throttle. Perfect. That's working. That's where the trim is. We don't need that. Primer. And I think it starts right up. Pretty basic. All right, so let's see. But I think we have to turn on the instruments, though. Where is the avionics master? It's right there. Not a lot of switches, but you do need to know where they are. That's all good. Airspeed calibration, altitude indicator, altimeter, but just a bunch of calibrations. Where's the, okay, heading compass, perfect. I think it has an autopilot, right? Not sure, okay. Transponder to on. Actually, I don't know if it does, which is fine. This is good. The radios are on. Yeah, let's fly around Australia a little bit. So we're gonna head east. Bankstown. Every time I fly around Australia, I'm always like, that's cool. So we're gonna do it. I just think that landing light's awfully harsh. Much better. Alrighty, turn around here. We got turn, we got forward, we got turn. Head out this way. Where is this point here? Ah, we missed it by a mile. Watch out for the bus. Yeah, it's fine. Traffic up ahead that shouldn't be there. That's fine. Oh, okay, let's do a pilot. There we go. That's what it looks like from here. It's a pretty easy handling plane. I do like it. Again, I got this just a couple weeks ago at the big sale, the October sale, so like a month really. Excuse us, thank you. So this is the PA-20. Oops, we have to.
Contact ground on 119.9. Good day.
Get down this direction to the end of the runway. Here we go. Excuse me, bus. That'll be fine. Excuse me. We sliced it off, but it's fine. Hopefully the next version of Microsoft Flight Simulator does not have random traffic on the runways like this does in the, you know. I mean, I like that there's traffic. Like what? Where? Like another plane? I don't see any planes.
Hold position KENSH 9er.
And then you don't have to with the old position. That's fine. Oops. Yes, I'm continuing my taxi. All right, we're almost ready to take off and check out some Australian territory. Yeah, we'll do that for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to switch to the guitar section of the show. Pretty regular musical thing. All right. Can I turn the tower? Request take off clearance. All right, let's check out everything here. I think is fine. Want mixture to full. We'll open up the throttle a little bit. It's a fixed propeller, so that you don't have any propeller control here. I believe, at least. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Right. Knowledge clearance.
Cleared for takeoff runway 11
We got
left.
clearance. All right. So what we're gonna do is smoothly advance the throttle to the maximum position. Feel the power of the engine. Hear those massive engines come. It's just one engine. Let's do it. Oops. Try to keep the wings level. The wind here. a little dicey. But it's not that hard. Alright, no retractable gear, but we can put the flaps here. That's full power. It's not like a, you know, it's not a racer. Well, at least we are heading east. So for once the wind is in the correct direction. That's the little airport we're taking off from. Not tiny, but small. Appropriate for a small plane. And then we're going to head out to here to whatever it is to view over here. We should set our trim a little better here. While staying low. So it's very early in the morning in Australia. The sunrise is in the east. I mean, it's after sunrise, obviously, because that's the sun. But we're heading into the sunrise here. Lots of houses. We don't need this anymore, right? Oh, no, we still need it. Australia looks like a great day. It looks like, you know, all those roundabouts instead of stop signs. I love that. Roundabouts everywhere. You know you're not in America anymore. Bunch of fields. School? I don't know. Yeah, school. Well, I don't know that shape. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're heading towards that concentration of a scenic, whatever they are, that's up ahead. We'll see what they are. That's kind of our deal here. All right, let's just see. Is our plane operating? Let's see. We can turn the mixture down a little bit. We don't want to burn out the engine. By the way, is there any panel lights? Are there any panel lights? Is that a panel light? No. It's kind of dark. Oh yeah, panel lights. There we go. Turn those on. Doesn't really make a huge difference, but yeah, it's better. Okay, what's our speed? It's good. There we go. Yeah. Now, once again, the realistic weather is that it's a little foggy. We're at 1,400 feet, which is making it a little hard to see, and also is easily fixable simply by turning off the live weather and going to something like scattered clouds. Or broken clouds. That would be high level clouds. There we go. While we head there. Now at least we can see, you know, there's clouds up there, which is realistic. But at least we can see the ground in an unimpeded fashion, which I like to be able to do. You know, it's just impressive how big these communities are, and the only way to know that is to fly over them and check out all the houses. Do a house count. 1, 2, well, okay. Alright, now I gotta put my trim up to about here. That means the engine down there. Actually, trim is, let's try this trim 0 basically. There we go. As we approach this major city of, I forgot what it is, exactly what city this is now. What is it? It's not Brisbane, is it? What is this airport here? Because this doesn't have a city name. You know, it just says Sydney. All right, Sydney, Australia. That's a little town in Australia. Sydney, Australia. Okay, look, folks, I'm a little slow. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's a major city in Australia. I guess Sydney is like, is it the biggest city in Australia? We just did Auckland, New Zealand too. Okay, we took off from way back there, and we're heading to Sydney. For some reason, I spaced on that it was Sydney, but then once I saw the skyline, I'm like, yeah, that's one of the big cities. But boy, we do a lot of Sydney. It's not that rare. And for good reason, there's lots of fun stuff to see. Maybe we'll go check out the Opera House. which is that way. It's on the harbor. But yeah, if you're going to go to Australia, I don't know what is the one, and you can only go to a few cities. Which ones should you go to? Should you go to Melbourne? Should you go to Sydney? There's a lot of other cities. Look at that. It's like a beautiful park. And iconic skyline, really. Just a mass of cool buildings. And what's that tower called? It's the, what's it? Sydney Tower. Oh, I find. Very creatively named. Opera House is right over there, right ahead of us. We'll check out the tower. It's got this gold top here. Hyde Park Barracks. Oh, the Westfield is what it says. Interesting. Well, that is cool. And there's the bridge, very famous Sydney Bridge there. But yeah, the Opera House is there, not there. Okay, we'll figure it out. We're gonna fly under the bridge to the Opera House. So from here we're gonna go this way. The world famous Sydney Bridge. Here's the world famous Sydney Observatory. Oh, okay. Isn't that cool building? It's called Observatory right there. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna have to go low because we're going under that bridge there. So they offer these tours where you can climb. They'll take you there. You can climb to the top of the Sydney Bridge. It's very famous. Oh boy, that sure screams Sydney right there. All right, ready for our big turn here? There's our bridge of destination, Sydney Bridge, and then as soon as we get over to the little Opera House, we'll stop in and do an inspection. We gotta go under this bridge. We cannot go through it. We're still too high. We're still too high. We'll be fine. How close do you think we're going to this structure? We'll find out. All right, everyone out of the plane. You don't have to go too far because we're basically right here. The good old Sydney Opera House. It's always the amazing thing is that there's any interior volume to this building because it's got this. It's kind of like in two parts. It's not like one big covered part. I think a lot of it is below level there. I'm not exactly sure how it's arrayed. Or is it two theaters? Must be two theaters. Opera House. I'm not really sure how it works. Like the interior. I mean, the exterior is really famous. But the interior... Alright, let's try to just imagine that thing right there. Maybe we didn't. But yeah, it's a great building. It's a wonderful model of the building. Good job. Okay, we got the bay here. Got some... that's an aircraft carrier there, you can tell from the design. A light aircraft carrier, but still. You got this bay here. These are all military ships down here, so that's the Australian Navy. I'm thinking. What's just the American Navy? I don't know. Go ahead here, there's a nice cathedral. What do they call this? A Hyde Park or something? Hyde Park Barracks. But man, look at this cathedral. That's a stunner. And we're going to head in between these buildings here to the little urban canyon carving. Yeah, don't do this at home. Do not try this at home, folks. Or in the real world. Or at home. Either one. Alright, I think we can make it between these two buildings, but I don't really think it's necessarily possible. Alright, so here's the approach to that bridge that we just went under. looks like. Is it a toll bridge? That toll does? I think so. All right, we're not gonna be able to go under this little section here. So we're gonna do this here. There it is. The Australian flag proudly flying there. Oh yeah, okay. Luna Park is an amusement park. Pretty cool. Right there. I'd go there. I like amusement parks. I'm easily used. And then these people all have a nice view of Sydney. That's one thing about it, is that because of this complex geography, there's always like these interesting looking neighborhoods that, you know, are very like hilly and probably have a great view. I mean, look at the view that these guys are looking at. That's where I want to live. What is this building called again? This one, the One Barangaroo. One Barangaroo. Barangaroo is in a quintessentially Australian sounding word name, that's for sure. Barangaroo. There's like a park there. As I say, it's just the complexity and detailing of Australia. It rivals the US. I love how this building is constructed. US and Europe in the way that Asobo has gone and added lots of detailing. Lots of yachts parked here. Plenty of rich people hanging out, I'm thinking. Well, it is Sydney. Alright, well that was fun. Where are we going to land? What's that? I don't know. Park. Buildings. Alright, where's the nearest airport for little planes? That way's the big airport. The big airport is down that way, but I think there's a little one around here somewhere. Hold on, just thinking. Little Diet Coke won't kill you. Alright, let me see here. Small airports. That's the big one. Do we want to land at the big one? Fuck, why not? I mean, what are they going to do? We're pretty much over time here. This is a giant airport. I mean, we'll be landing on the runway that someone else is landing and or taking off from. But we don't care because that's how we roll. You know? So yeah, I'm going to take about a 3-minute break. I'm going to bring my guitar in. Actually, it's just sitting right over there. I don't know what I'm going to do with the guitar. I might just diddle around on it because that's what I feel like doing today. So, you know, it is what it is. But tomorrow will be another stream. If you like this one, and why would you? Alright, let's get ready to park this thing. So, flaps down to about there. Gear down. Oh, gear's always down. There's no need to put the gear down. Flaps, yes. Gear, no. And you don't have to put the flaps all the way. We're going to land at this little runway here. It's actually a huge runway. Most likely, they would prefer you to land from the water side, which we don't care. And we'll probably run into a plane landing the opposite direction on this runway here. Alright, approach speed is around 80 knots. So we can slow down a little bit. Still kind of high. You can see from those 4 visual glide slope indicator lights there. But at least we have a nice approach. We're going to land up, what is it, 16R? Fine. And the engines are slowly, now that we've acquired the runway here, we can bring engines down to idle. And just kind of put her down there. Oh, bit of a bump. That's kind of a fast landing, I would say. What was the speed? 61. Yeah, it's a little high. We'll find out. Brakes on. Flaps to the up position. Where is the airport? I guess it's down here. I must have landed here before, but it's been a long time. Alright, we want to get a Big Mac. We can open up our ventilation window. Anyway, a drive-through window is what I like to call it. This one also, oh yeah, it's frustrating me. It looks like you can open the door, and I haven't figured out how to do it. Alright, we're just going to park somewhere. Maybe kind of close to this other little plane here. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, you can unlock the door, okay? Unlocked. And then it says door open, close, and I have not been able to figure out how to open and close the door. Although, maybe you have to have the engine off? I don't know. I mean, that would be nice and safe. Right, how we turn the engine off, we can put a cut there. Fuel switch, lights, panel lights. Still can't open this. I haven't figured that one out. This one also has a door, right? Hold on. You have to close this first. I'm not 100% sure. No, this door does not open, but that's fine. You can see from the way this works, that dark strip is where you're supposed to step, and that door is supposed to open. But I can't figure out how to do it. Trying to push all possible directions of this thing, or double click the weird buttons. In both positions, but should obviously be unlocked, right? Unlocked. Yeah, I think there's a bug that is preventing it from opening the door. Unless there's a switch that I'm not aware of. Or some kind of mechanism in the door. Which is kind of frustrating. It's just, you know, something should work. And I was like, it should work. Anything back there? Seat belts. Yeah, there's nothing back here. Door open, close. I'll figure it out someday. Or not. It's got to be a bug, right? Alright, let's take a quick picture here, though, because this is kind of scenic. There's a cool control tower back there, by the way. They have a couple of control towers here. But we'll go up against, like, this building here. Well, you know me, it has to say Kench 999er in the shot, or I'm not interested. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We'll just go nice and close up here. I'm not happy with any of my screenshots today. Yeah, I'm not happy with this one. Hold on a second. There, better. We're gonna just get out of the plane. Give us a little more. There we go. So I got to get something that really has a dramatic look to it, and has that Kench 999er effect. I do like the sun flares there. Alrighty, that's a little better. Alright, so it's going to be 3 minutes of me playing my mid-roll. And then there's going to be a guitar section of the show. Let me get out of here. Main menu. Just takes a few minutes. I'm going to play my Schecter guitar research. You'll see. How you guys doing? Let me do this here. I'm a little discombobulated. We'll get it together. There we go. That's good. All right, today's guitar, Schecter. I told her I was streaming, but she still wants to talk to me. Talking about if you're like, what are you talking about? No, so I'm in the guitar. I'm in the music section. Move this a little bit here. There you go. It's a little closer to me. We're gonna tune this up a little bit. This guitar is so good for maintaining tune, though. Especially, it's got Floyd Rose, especially because it's got a trem, which I attribute to the double locking Floyd Rose system. This is a Schecter Guitar Research Hellraiser C1 FR Floyd Rose, and it's got the EMG pickups. It comes in a bunch of different variations, 8 string versions. Hellraiser is the body shape, but this is the nicest one. Can you kind of see it's got this crushed abalone binding here all around the sides, crushed abalone inlays that are just really beautiful in person, and the whole headstock is bound with these crushed abalone inlays. It's a very, very fancy guitar, okay? And you got this whole... I do like the way this guitar sounds. What? Oh yeah, but Mimi, you can hear Mimi because she's talking to me. Mimi, I am streaming, but I'll be done in about 25 minutes. Okay, where is my? Oh jeez, my headphone cable there. That looks good. What are we gonna do today? Just diddle around the guitar. Master tone, and volume. Familiarize myself with the control scheme of this particular guitar. They're all different, you know. They're all a little different. Well, most Les Pauls are about the same. Walls are built up. Stone by stone, fields are divided one by... Okay, if I wanted to sing that song, I'm going to have to get the lyrics. But I do want to do it. Okay, here we go. Walls are built up, stone by stone, fields are divided one by one, and the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. Driver 8, take a break. We've been on this shift too long. And the train conductor says, take a break. Driver 8, driver 8, take a break. We can't reach our destination, still ways away. Still ways away. Saw a treehouse on the outskirts of the farm. Powered lines up loaders so the airplanes won't get snagged. Bells are ringing through the town again. The children look up, all they hear are sky blue bells ringing. And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. Driver 8, take a break. We can't reach our destination. We're still a ways away. Still a ways away. Way to shield the hate and heat. Way to put myself to sleep. Way to shield the hate and heat. Way to put myself, my children to sleep. I heard this song in a plane like that one. She is sailing bait on the Go-Tel crusade. Locomotive 8, Southern Crescent, hear the bells ring again. This field of wheat is looking thin. And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. Driver 8, take a break. We can't reach our destination. Still a ways away. Still a ways away. Still a ways away. Oh, I do want to do Behind Blue Eyes. But then we'll probably do some karaoke songs. Oh, a little more Diet Coke. It's more karaoke REM. Like, well, we'll do Man in the Moon. After I do No One Behind Blue Eyes. This is without the karaoke. No one knows what it's like be the bad man. To be the bad, sad man. Get the lyrics right. Behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like. Feel these feelings, be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies. But my dreams, the heart is empty, as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe can show through. But my dreams, their heart is empty, as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free. When my fist clenches, crack it open, for I use it and lose my cool. When I smile, please tell me some bad news, for I laugh and act like a fool. And if I swallow anything evil, put your fingers down my throat. When I shiver, please build me a blanket. Keep me warm, let me wear your coat. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. Kind of lagging out a little bit here on my stream. Am I? It's hard to tell. All right, here's the song I like to do every single damn time. It's called Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man. This song was recommended to me by Mistress Mord, who comes to my streams all the time. Hey, admittedly, it's late at night there. Come on in, take a seat next to me. You know we got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud, bring it out to wash it down, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We are the ones who start little fires, yet they burn out. But when they're on the rise, I can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits? We're having drinks at heaven's gate, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least that's what we assume, but we don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's all stay cool. You don't want to feel blue, but we won't sell you nothing. Well, you can't use. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only role we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. That's called Modern Jesus. Oh, we tuned. All right. Karaoke version of a song. Give me a second here. Set it up for you here. Man in the Moon. We'll try this one. Okay, give me a second here. One of these is good and one of these is so-so. Of these karaoke versions. I think this is the one I like. Mr. Fred Lassie in a breakfast mess. Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. See you in heaven if you make the list. And if you hear about this one, tell me how you're locked in the pub. And are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are we losing touch? If you believe they could have met on the moon, met on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, nothing is cool. Moses went walking in the staff of wood. Newton got beaten by the apple good. Egypt was troubled by the horrible asps. Mr. Charles Darwin had that call to ask. And did you hear about this one? Tell me how you're locked in the pub. Any how you're goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are you having fun? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, nothing's cool. Here's a little magic for the never believer. Yeah. Here's a little note for the offering. Yeah. Here's a truck stop instead of St. Peter's. Yeah. Mr. Andy Kaufman's gone listening. And did you hear about this one? Tell me how you locked in the punch. Any are you goofing on Elvis, baby? Are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's something up your sleeve, nothing is cool. Nothing is cool. If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, nothing is cool. If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, nothing is cool. Very nice. Very nice. I actually really enjoyed doing that song. What's we got here? Oh, heck yes. something, Keta. That's just so she knows. Keta Mimi. Just want to make sure she knows. I'll make sure she stays. All right, go back a little bit. Sorry to interrupt the song. I don't care really. No one could save me but you. Strange what these are will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. I wouldn't fall in love. I wouldn't fall in love with you. With you. What a wicked game you play. Make me feel this way. What a good thing to do. Let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say. Never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do. Make me dream of you. And I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. World was on fire, no one could save me but you. Strange what these are, make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. With Nobody loves no one. All right, got a couple more in me probably. Oh, definitely got this one in me. What's that? Capo 2. gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. But now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Back me, the word is on the street, but the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. 'Cause baby, gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. But now, you should somehow realize what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. 'Cause baby, gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're the wonderwall. I said, baby, gonna be the one that saves me. After all, you're my wonderwall. I said, baby, gonna be the one that saves me. Gonna be the one that saves me. Gonna be the one that saves me. All right, what else we got here? Definitely not. Well, I pause this here. Okay, I want to do one of my favorite songs, which is gonna be I don't know what the heck that sound was. There she goes. I hope this is the one I like. There she goes. There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain overseas. Here is my appeal. Need a chance, second chance, third chance, fourth chance. Where to sing all night with a breath, just to fool myself, just to catch myself. Make it real. These words, you will be mine. These words, you will be mine all the time. These words, you will be mine. These words, cut me down, catch my breath, let me pray, say that's goodbye. Alrighty, there we go for my musical segment and the show for today. I'm gonna say goodbye. Thanks for coming, watching on the VODs, etc. It was basically a basic Sunday show. Let me take this off. Oh, there we go. Try not to untangle this. Try not to tangle it. Put it that way. There we go. Which I successfully do many of the times. All right. Put that down. Had a fun time. End of the weekend, but I do plan on streaming tomorrow, just like an hour and a half. It'll be me doing some Flight Simulator, finishing up the Diet Coke, and then moving along to the Piano Lounge segment of the day. I alternate between guitar and Piano Lounge, so today being guitar, tomorrow will be Piano Lounge, and then no streams Tuesdays and Thursdays, but every other day, Wednesdays, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, whatever daylight standard time it is, whatever it is. Daylight savings time, I guess we're on now. But yeah, no, that was fun, and I'm gonna do it again a whole bunch. Hopefully, might as well. Got lots of more songs to learn and sing. Lots of guitars to play. Well, let's go see here. And yeah, I'm gonna go take off. I'll probably play some more Flight Simulator later. You know, I'm that kind of weirdo. My hair's going all over the place. It's fine now. All right, so I'm not going to rate anybody. I'm just going to say hasta la pasta and have a great day. I'm going to play my little outro, and then we'll see you next time.